go over what college football teams had the best and worst weekend this last weekend. Let's start with the worst, and there's nowhere to start but North Carolina. Let JMU put up like 50 points on them in the first half, and even had their coach telling the team in the locker room that he quits. NC State had another beatdown this weekend. When people thought they would be contenders in the ACC, the two only big games they've had, they get beat by like 40. I did put Oklahoma on this list, not because of the loss to Tennessee, but more because of this quarterback battle. Oklahoma kicked out Dylan Gabriel, so this could be the Jackson Dart era, and now it looks like he won't even be their starting quarterback. This Kansas team is again on the worst weekends. 3 games in a row now where they look like the better team, but they didn't win. And now Kansas State also. Kansas State went to BYU as potential Big 12 favorite and lost to an unranked team. Let's move on to the teams that had the best weekend. Illinois has to be on there with a ranked win against the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Hey, Florida State finally got their first win. If I was their fan base, I'd be pretty happy about this. And how about Navy? Beating potentially the Group of 5 representative favorite and now still being undefeated. If they can run the table, they're potentially in the playoffs. Utah potentially had their biggest test this last weekend against Oklahoma State, and they won with a backup quarterback. But they're probably on cloud 9 right now. Speaking of cloud 9, Michigan fans are floating right now. Michigan played bully ball and couldn't throw a forward pass and still beat the 11th ranked team in the country. I bet there is such a different energy in that program and that school after this last weekend. Let me know which teams I missed.